Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Um, I wanted to have a bit of a discussion with you guys about something that kind of hit me. It's gonna be rather charged, if you will, controversial for sure. But just hear me out. We'll make our way through it, and then afterwards, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Shame isn't the enemy. Responsibility is the solution. Let's talk about something nobody wants to say out loud. Shame isn't the enemy. Shame is a signal. And if we understood that, half of society's tensions, drugs, gym culture, male to female distrust, probably would disappear in the blink of an eye. What shame actually is, shame isn't guilt. Shame isn't you being wrong. Shame is a boundary signal that tells you your personal expression is now affecting the group. It's the social nervous system saying, hey, dial it back a bit. You're crossing into shared territory now. Every society in history has used shame this way, but for some reason, we felt like we've evolved past it, which we haven't. We just stopped engaging with it, stopped trying to understand it. So I'm going to tie these into the various forms of where I see it. The drug parallel to start. Think about this. Think about drug usage. Society doesn't say never drink, does it? It says drink responsibly. Because the issue isn't alcohol, it's the abuse. But when it comes to drugs, we never made space for that conversation. No concept of responsible use. Just keep it taboo and don't engage with it. And when something becomes taboo, people learn through crisis instead of education. When they spiral out of control, when they see that their life is no longer going the way that they want it to. The opposite of drug abuse is not being sober, rather, it's conscious, intentional, responsible use. Think of like your doctor. They tell you, hey, take 1 to 2 tablets every 3 to 5 hours or as needed, right? They give you guidelines. And on top of that, as you begin to use the prescribed drugs your doctor is giving you, you over time begin to recognize the level of effect that it gives on your body. The being able just to recognize how it's affecting your body, psychoanalysis or something along those lines. I could be mistaken. The next one I'm going to touch into is gym culture and the misreading of signals. Now let's bring this into the gym, right? A woman wears extremely revealing clothing which is, her God-given right. A man glances, that's his natural instinct, right? But here's the misunderstanding. Women think the look is lust. A lot of times it's actually boundary confusion. It's the same shame signal. Why are we crossing into social extremity? Why are we bending the norms of shared environment this hard? Men don't have the language to express it, and women don't have the framework to interpret it, so both sides assume the worst. Now, the real problem, extremes without responsibility. We tell people, be sovereign, be expressive, do what you want, but nobody teaches the other half. Your sovereignty comes with responsibility, whether it's drug use, sexual expression, provocative clothing, or even behavior in public space. The issue isn't freedom, it's the lack of awareness. When you push your personal expression into the space of others, shame naturally appears, not as punishment, but as natural feedback. So the solution, responsible sovereignty. The solution is simple, responsible sovereignty, right? Meaning, you're free to express yourself, but you should also be aware of how your expression affects the environment around you. The more aware you are, the less shame you'll experience. Because you're operating inside the boundary instead of smashing through it. Shame is not an attack. Shame is a compass. So full circle, drugs, gyms, society. Whether we're talking about drugs, clothing, attraction, attention, or behavior, it all comes back to one simple principle. Sovereignty without responsibility becomes chaos. Sovereignty with awareness becomes the freedom. If we opened up this conversation, if we normalize these ideas, society would more or less feel less hostile, less divided, and a lot more human. So I'll say this as closing remarks. Shame isn't the enemy. Responsibility is the solution. When you understand that, you move differently, and the world responds differently. Stay conscious, stay sovereign.